Now, let's get real for a minute. Think about a small plant you might keep in your home. What does it need to grow strong and healthy? It needs good soil, the right amount of sunlight, and a consistent supply of water. If you neglect it, if you leave it in the dark or forget to water it, it will wither. Its leaves will turn yellow, it will droop, and eventually it will die. It's a simple concept, right? We all understand that a plant requires care and a nurturing environment to flourish and reach its full potential. You can't just stick it in a corner and expect it to thrive on its own. People are not that different from that little plant. We all need certain things to survive and, more importantly, to thrive. We need a foundation of respect, just like a plant needs good soil. We need the warmth of support from our friends and family, which is our sunlight. We need the constant flow of encouragement and understanding to quench our emotional thirst, just like water for the plant's roots. When we are denied these basic emotional nutrients, we start to wither on the inside. We start to feel isolated, unseen, and unloved, and that's a dangerous place to be. It's time we started treating each other with the same deliberate care we'd give to a prized garden. How you talk to someone matters. The respect you show them matters. Your behavior towards them can either be the life-giving water or the poison that seeps into their roots. When someone is facing life's storms, and believe me, we all face them, they need a strong support system to anchor them. They need to know that someone has their back, that someone sees their struggle and is willing to help them hold on until the sun comes out again. It's not complicated, it's about basic human decency. So, let's ask ourselves a tough question. Are we being good gardeners for the people in our lives? Are we providing the light and water they need, or are we casting a shadow over them? Are we building them up with our words and actions, or are we tearing them down, bit by bit? A person's spirit is a delicate thing. It needs constant tending. Ignoring someone's pain or dismissing their struggles is like denying a plant the very elements it needs to live. We have to do better. We must do better for our families, our friends, and our communities. Let me be blunt. Suicide is never the answer. It is a permanent solution to what is often a temporary problem. Choosing to end one's life doesn't end the pain. It just transfers it to everyone you leave behind. It creates a wound in the heart of a family that never truly heals. Your parents, your children, your siblings, your friends, they are left with a lifetime of unanswered questions, of guilt, and of profound, unending grief. It's a ripple effect of devastation that spreads through a community, leaving a legacy of sorrow and loss that can last for generations. Thinking that you're a burden is a lie your pain is telling you. Crises don't discriminate. They can happen to anyone at any time, regardless of how strong you think you are. In Nepal, people are facing some incredibly heavy burdens. We see the aftermath of devastating natural disasters that wipe out homes and livelihoods in an instant. We see the crushing weight of poverty, where the struggle to simply feed your family becomes an overwhelming daily battle. There is the pain of violence, the sting of discrimination, and the heartbreak of broken relationships. These aren't small problems. They are massive stressors that can make a person feel like they are drowning with no lifeline in sight. When a person is buried under these immense pressures, they can lose all hope. The lack of support or the feeling of being disrespected can be the final straw that breaks them. Imagine facing financial ruin or the loss of a loved one and having no one to turn to, no one to offer a kind word or a helping hand. This isolation is toxic. It makes people believe they are completely alone in their suffering, that no one understands and that no one cares. This is when the darkness starts to close in, and the thought of escape, at any cost, begins to look like the only option. We have to wake up and recognize these triggers for what they are. They are cries for help. They are red flags signaling that someone is at their breaking point. The farmer struggling with debt, the young person facing intense academic pressure, the woman trapped in a violent home, the individual cast out for who they are, these are our people. They are our neighbors and our family. We cannot afford to look the other way. We must understand that these external crises create internal turmoil that requires our immediate attention, compassion, and unwavering support. Let's talk about the value of a human life. This isn't some philosophical debate. This is a fundamental truth. From a spiritual and cultural perspective, human life is considered sacred. It is a precious gift, an opportunity that is not to be wasted or thrown away. Think about it. You are a unique combination of experiences, thoughts, dreams, and potential that has never existed before and will never exist again. You are, quite literally, irreplaceable. There is no one else on this planet who can offer the world what you can. Your laughter, your ideas, your love, they are one of a kind. When you lose a precious object, say a piece of jewelry, you can often replace it. You can buy another one that looks similar, but it will never be the exact same one you lost. But a human life? You can never get it back. Once that light is extinguished, it is gone forever. The world becomes a little bit dimmer, a little less whole. The potential for joy, for connection, for contribution is erased in an instant. This is a tragedy beyond measure, not just for the individual, but for all of humanity. We lose a piece of our collective soul every time a life is lost to suicide. Every person has a purpose, a role to play in this grand story of life. You may not see it when you're in the depths of despair, but your presence matters. You touch the lives of others in ways you may not even realize. A simple smile you give to a stranger, a helping hand you offer a neighbor, the love you share with your family. These actions create ripples of positivity in the world. To remove yourself from the equation is to rob the world of all the good you have yet to do, all the love you have yet to give, and all the lessons you have yet to learn and teach. So, when you feel like your life has no value, I want you to stop and challenge that thought. That is the pain talking, not the truth. The truth is that you are a vessel of infinite worth. The truth is that your journey is not over. The truth is that your life is a sacred thread in the intricate and beautiful tapestry of our community and our world. To cut that thread is to damage the entire fabric. We must protect that thread, in ourselves and in others, with everything we've got, because every single life is precious beyond all measure. If you are struggling, if you feel lost in the darkness and think there is no way out, I am speaking directly to you right now. You are not alone, and help is available. Reaching out is a sign of incredible strength, not weakness. Talk to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, a teacher, or a community elder. Let them in, let them know you are hurting. If you don't feel comfortable talking to someone you know, there are professionals, counselors, and helplines with people trained to listen and guide you through this crisis. Taking that first step is the hardest part, but it is the most important step you will ever take. This is not just a job for the experts. This is a job for every single one of us. We need to build a community of care, a society where it's okay to not be okay. We must create an environment where talking about mental health is as normal as talking about a physical ailment. We need to listen without judgment, to offer our support without hesitation, and to check in on our friends and loved ones, especially when they go quiet. Ask the tough questions. Are you okay? And are you thinking about hurting yourself? It might be an uncomfortable conversation, but it could be the one that saves a life. It is time for a nationwide call to action. We need more awareness, more education, and more accessible resources for mental health support across all of Nepal, from the bustling cities to the most remote villages. Schools, workplaces, and community leaders must champion this cause. We must work together to break down the stigma that keeps people suffering in silence. Let's make it our shared responsibility to look out for one another, to be the gardeners who nurture those around us who are struggling to grow. This is how we can prevent these tragedies from happening. Let's make a promise to each other, right here, right now. A promise to be more compassionate, more vigilant, and more supportive. A promise to treat every life as the precious, irreplaceable gift that it is. Let's build a Nepal where no one has to face their darkest moments alone. Let's strengthen our communities, open our hearts, and work hand in hand to save our people. We have the power to make a difference. We have the power to save lives. It's time to get to work. Your life and the lives of those around you depend on it.